on tracks like I bought masks with me and gloves. So this right here, thank you if you ever showed us love. From Block, for real.
What's up with the world? Welcome back to another episode of Off the Block TV with me, Prezi the guy. Who else you thought it was gonna be? And today I got a special guest in the building with me. Let them know who we got with us today.
I'm Mazerati Redd, the Mazerati of Southern Soul.
Mazerati Redd. How you doing today, Ms. Mazerati Redd?
I'm good.
All right. We're gonna ask you a couple questions, man. First of all, let the people know where you from.
Straight out of Mississippi, Black Hawk, Mississippi, a little small town up by the Delta. Stop by to let you guys know that Mazerati Redd is coming. She's coming in hot, coming into a city near you soon.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, you got a lot of songs right now that's popping off, man. You got a lot of songs popping off. Let the people know some of the songs that they need to be typing in right now when they searching up Mazerati Redd.
Right Playing, Wrong Man, Country Girl, Make Up Your Damn Mind, These Boots, It's a Trail Ride Party, Cheating Too, Country Girl. Just search Mazerati Redd on all platforms. You definitely can find me.
Yes, ma'am. And how did you get into the music scene?
I came from music. The Cobbin singers, those are my uncles. The William brothers, the great singers, those are my aunts and uncles. So I came from a background of music, and I've always been into entertainment.
Okay, always into entertainment. So you did more than music. What's some other forms of entertainment that you've been into?
Dancing. I've been dancing since I was sixth grade.
Okay, that's major. Okay, so how far you took the dancing? How long you been into the dancing? Is that something that you still do, or is it that something that you gave
You
up?
better catch me on that stage. I move a muscle.
You'll move a muscle. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. So in school, sixth grade, what type of dancing you was doing?
I was a majorette.
You was a majorette. You was the head majorette, or you just fell in?
I got in where I fitted in. So I got it. At sixth grade, of course, I'm not nobody's captain in sixth grade, but
Okay.
hey, I made it.
Okay, so how did you come up with Mazerati Redd? Where did that name come from?
It's a luxury vehicle, and I like to think of myself as being luxury. It's not. I'm not ordinary. I'm not something you just go to a car lot and you just purchase. Um, I'm something that's high maintenance, and it's something that you got to be able to change the oil to purchase the vehicle. If not, you're gonna blow the engine.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, you got a song that I like called Right Playing Wrong Man.
Hmm.
Okay, let the people know something about that. Is that like did you get that from like something that you going through personally, or is that just something that you came up with?
It's something I've been through personally, but it's not to bash me. And sometimes people hear stuff, and especially some men, they immediately think that we're trying to bash them, or the women feel like it's something that, hey, yeah, I can relate to that. No, it's not to bash me. And sometimes we we choose the wrong relationships. We date someone because of initial attraction. So we go forth with the relationship or whatever and start dealing with the person. And then we get so caught up into the relationship that we don't understand the person. I'm trying to clear it up. Okay, so take the man that wants the um lady that's at home cooking, cleaning, and etc. Um kind of like a housewife. That's that's the word for it. So he wants a housewife, and he has a woman that has a business mindset. She's the type of person that want to make sure that the business is running successful and everything is at flow. He's making all of his appointments. He's ending his appointments on time so that he can get to the next appointment. She's that type of woman, but she signed up with a man that wants a housewife. That is a clear case of the right plan for the wrong man. She wanted to make him her husband, but it's the wrong man to be her husband, and he's the wrong man because that's not what he required. A lot of times, us as women, we choose the wrong man, and in doing so we quickly feel like we're gonna mold them into what we want, not knowing that they come from a family background of dating women or marrying women that's housewives. So you will never fit into his world, so to speak. And if you change him and he adjusts to that change. Then later on, when y'all start having problems, he forms some form of resentment. So you don't just want to go through that. You want to get somebody in your lane, and the ride will be much smoother versus swerving over into somebody else's lane. I try to stay in my lane.
How long you been doing this music thing?
Less than a year.
Less than a year. You made a lot of progress for to be doing it in less than a year. What would you give that credit to?
No sleep.
No sleep, going hard,
Yeah.
24/7.
Yeah. You gotta want to succeed. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. So a man takes another man out to the
Right.
beach, right? He
Right.
told his man he wanted to be successful, so he takes him out to the beach.
Right.
He puts his head on the water. He walks him out in the water. And he puts his head on the water, right?
Right.
He holds his head on the water. And he lift him back up. The man's gasping for air. He puts his head back under the water. Hold it there for a few moments, longer than the first time. He brings him back up. He does it a third time and he brings him back up, and the man, and longer than the second time, and the man asking him how is that helping him. He tells him that when you want to succeed as bad as you want it to breathe, then everything else will fall in place. So when you start wanting to be successful as bad as you want life pumping through your body, yeah, then you on to something. So if that person makes it a little bit farther than you and you've been out here 3 years, you can't get mad at that person for wanting just as bad as they want to breathe.
Right. So within this year that you've been doing this music, like, what's some of the names that you done ran into? What's some of the people that you done work with?
I've ran into just almost everyone in Southern Soul except for a lot of the new artists, but a lot of the vets I've pretty much ran into everybody. I had a chance to work with everybody as far as production wise. Highway Heavy, Tony T, Big Yayo. I had a chance to perform with Jeter Jones several times. Bad News. He and I have releasing a single soon. Actually, two. Um, Jackie, I've got a chance to work with her. Quite a few artists. I really hadn't passed by too many that I didn't get a chance to do some form of work with.
Let the people know, like, some of your favorite songs that you done worked on. Some of the your favorite pieces of music that you done touched so far.
That I've created myself.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't have a favorite. I don't have a favorite song of mine because every song that I've created, I was at a certain place in my life, and to put one better than the other one means that I think more of one than the other, and I can't because each one of my songs, I was in a certain place in my life, and it made me who I am today. So if it went for that place in my life, I wouldn't be here, no matter which place you choose.
Real. So you would say every song that you do is something in that song. You don't just make music to make music. You put a message in every one of your songs.
Find one of my songs and actually just go to the lyrics. Don't even listen to the music. Just go to the lyrics and tell me it ain't got a meaning.
So you write all your music yourself?
I do.
What you think about working with a writer? Would you ever do that? Would you ever work with
Hey,
somebody?
if you
on
want to
your music?
write Maserati something, hand it him.
That's dope though. That's dope. Okay. So what's some artists that you would like to work with, like on the writing side?
Hmm. Omar Cunningham, King George. Okay, let me explain the reason. Omar Cunningham, music is very soulful.
Right.
His past music that he's made hits with have been very soulful music. King George music is soulful, but King George knows how to get to the people. It's short, it's sweet, it's repetitive, and everybody it's catching. You know what I'm saying? It's not just his music is just not eye catching, it's ear catching. You know what I'm saying? There's no song of King George that you're gonna turn on that people is not waiting for his vocals to come in. So obviously he has the writing technique down, or his writers have the writing technique down, to a science when it comes to people. People are, you can write something and you can write it very deep. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to King George. Like I said, I love all his music, but I'm off of him now. You can write something and it can be very deep, right?
Right.
But if you're not already in the spotlight or whatever, it usually be passed up if it's not catchy. People are not listeners. I really hate to say this, but our people need pictures.
Yeah.
They're even in our adulthood, we tend to take more time and look at a post with a picture than we would when it's written.
All right.
So if you write something and the lyrics is really good, if the beat
And the
ain't
BK.
jumping off,
Yeah.
they ain't heard the lyrics. So so when you ask me, do I want somebody to write with me? King George and Omar Cunningham would definitely come into mind, but they come into mind for different reasons.
Right.
King George has it down to a science. Omar has it down to the soul.
That's deep. That was a good ass answer. You prefer the catchiness, or do you prefer like the soulness of it?
I prefer to have fun, and then as far as catchiness or soul of it, I prefer whatever gets me a check.
Yeah.
Now you know we all make music from our heart. We write stuff, whatever. But when it really comes down to it, like when you ask a person a question, they prefer what gets them paid.
Yeah.
I can like soul music all day, but if my fans don't like that or that's not what they want to hear, nobody's gonna book me on a show to sing gospel and they came there to a trail ride and 90% of the people is tipsy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna get paid for this. So I have to come to the trail ride with trail ride music. So it don't matter if I like trail ride music or that's my pet peeve or whatever. I'm coming with what gonna give me a check. I'm gonna sing what the people want to hear. And if trail ride music is more what the people want to hear, then I'm gonna write more trail ride music than I am soul music. Not saying I still don't have music in my soul and I have all these love songs and hurt songs and party songs in my head for the club or whatever. But if trail ride is what's happening right now, trail ride is what I'm delivering.
No, that's real.
I gotta feed my kids.
All that in your catalog. You got the trail ride music. You got the music for the women. You got the music to uplift the men. You got all that in your music. So you know what I'm saying? That just show how blessed you is with that pen. You know what I'm saying? And you say you only been doing it for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep thriving. You got a lot more in the tank. For real though. So what's some future plans for Maserati Redd?
To be the best version of Mazerati Redd. Um, I just want to be better than I was yesterday. I would tell you all these dope, responses of how I want to be here and how I want to be there. But the truth of the matter is, we don't know what tomorrow holds, and we don't even know what this year, 2023, shall mean. We don't even know what 2024 is gonna take us through. You know what I'm saying? So you just want to be a better version than you were yesterday. And as long as you're continuing trying to be a better version of you than you was yesterday, at the end of the year, you're going to be a better you than you was at the beginning of the year. I I just see myself getting better. You ask me where I see myself. I don't know what direction God is going to see me, but I see myself being a better version of me than I was yesterday.
And that's all you guys for. You know what I'm saying? So what's some future music that you got coming out?
I'm actually working on about 3 songs now. And like I said, Bad News and we have like 2 songs that are coming out. Um, Mario Smith and I have some music that's coming out. That's Son of Soul. I'm sorry, my my apologies. That's Son of Soul. He and I have music that's coming out. Um, that's pretty much it. I'm working on now is to show people who Maserati Redd is right now. I have more than enough music right now. I'm not saying that I have stopped writing or I'm not gonna write, but I'm saying as far as continue to put out music, I want them to get used to my sound. I don't sound like anybody else.
Right.
And again, we talked about people being followers or whatever, or the world has to get used to you. It doesn't matter if you sell cars or what you do in your life, people have to get used to you doing it because they so used to going on there buying cars from Wheeler or the Chevrolet. You know what I'm saying? But once you start selling cars and everybody starts slowly, you build rapport with people.
You make yourself a household name.
Right. So I'm more focused on actually, like you said, the household name on Mazerati Redd. I just want people to know that it's okay to be yourself.
Right.
Um,
And bring that dope energy, because you bring that energy.
I'm a happy person, man. Anything in your life that don't make you happy, you try to fix it now. I'm fair. You try to fix things in your life that doesn't make you happy. If you got somebody, your cousin, your sister, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, if they not making you happy, you know what I'm saying? You take out the time. You first of all, you have to start with yourself. You definitely want to evaluate yourself. And after you do self-evaluations, then you want to go back and you want to try to mend whatever problems you guys have. You want to work that out. And if it's not, you can't fix it, move on. Don't spend too much time trying to fix something that you don't have no control on, because we can't forget we're not God. We're not God. Everybody is grown. I'm saying if that's what you're dealing with, everybody is grown. You can't change a grown man or a grown woman or make them into something that they don't want to be. And a lot of times, most of that happens when you start seeing the best in somebody, or you want somebody to be something that they're not ready to be. It's not saying that they're not going to be it later, but they're not gonna be it right now. So if you with somebody and they not being that person right now, you move on. If it come back, God send it back. And yeah, God send it back. And with that being said, if God send it back and you have sense enough, because sometimes I pray to God myself that if I'm passing by my husband or God sends him back, let me know. Cause I got this. This ain't baseball, you ain't no 3 strikes. You know what I'm saying? You don't get 3 strikes and you can come back. Everybody grown. I feel like grown people, you sit down and you tell people where they getting on your nerves at, what stuff ain't working out at, and the adult in them should want to fix it. Now, let me give you an example. If you got a boyfriend, he leaving his clothes in the floor, and you start telling him to pick it up or whatever, and he start picking it up 2-3 days out the week, that's a trying man. You probably want to hold on to him because he's trying. But if that guy, because I was about to say something else, if that guy, because I clearly, there's something he not used to,
Right.
I hate to say it like this, but sometimes we have to train men because they not used to you. You know what I'm saying? And he can be came from living with somebody that don't care, or living by himself where he can do what he want to do. All right, so that's a trying man. But however, if you mess around and get one of those men that you done told him every day of the week for 30 days of the month to get his clothes up out the floor, you tired of picking them up and he's still leaving them there, it's all right for you to make the necessary adjustments. Now, they can be whatever you choose, because, hey, I'm not pushing nobody from their, significant other, but, hey, you just handle how you see fit.
Right. Because you got to get to know a man first, right? Before you get to getting all serious with him and all that. And do you think, a lot of people say, like, you don't know a person until you live with them. Do you think that's true?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't. And you know what? Let me venture over, because here come the men for me. Here they come. Here they come. And same thing for the women, y'all. We, leave your wig on the bedpost, whatever, he done woke up in the middle of the night, almost had a heart attack. You found the girl in him, because hell, he's screaming like somebody, bitch. Your wig scared him, baby. Put that thing up. Get you some wig heads and put that stuff up. You used to leaving dishes in the sink at night, and he don't like that, because that ain't what he come from, because his mama is OCD. If you want that man, you're gonna have to get with the program. I'm so sorry. It's just the truth. Relationships is give and take. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing about a relationship is always a negotiation. You will always be negotiating on that relationship. It's like always being in college, like a lawyer. It's always new laws and shit coming out. That part. It's always Everybody's going through something. That's not the same man that you met, because I'm not the same woman I wore last month. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, as your mate start to change, you have to adjust.
Thanks. So a lot of people say, because when people, that's a grown up word right there, adjust. A lot of people think when you asking them adjust, you trying to change them. And I think that's where a lot of conflict come in. Like people too what's the word I'm looking for? They too stuck in their ways. You know what I'm saying?
Um, that's the thing. I don't want to change anybody. If nobody should want to change anybody. If you meet somebody and they love music, but you like to watch TV, you buy them some headphones. You don't change them, because anytime you take away something that a man or a woman love, you better have something to replace it with. And whatever you replace it with, it needs to be something that's gonna be permanent in their life. You can't place it with something temporary. Ladies, sex ain't it. You know, this is a temporary thing. It happen in between 5 and 30 minutes. That's not a replacement for his music.
That's heavy coming from a woman because you don't really hear women talking like that too much nowadays. You hear it's the
I'm
man,
grandmama
man, man,
raised, baby.
grandmama raised. So you know how to treat a man. Is that what that mean, or what grandmama raised mean?
The jury's still out. I just know facts. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I don't just bash no man or no ex or nobody I've been with. I'm steady trying to make me better.
right.
And in the process of trying to make me better, I'm learning how men operate too. See, women get so closed, man. Sometimes we get so closed, man, and so set up on what we want that we don't see the guys. Uh,
Mm.
take sex. I don't even know how this is turned into a damn talk show, but take sex. For example, most most men feel like they meet a girl, right? It's time to have sex, right?
Right.
Their goal is to make her feel good.
Right.
Let her get there, you know what I'm saying? Because I want
Right.
her to like me, right?
Right.
The truth of the matter is they're really unfair to a man, because intimacy should be where both people are being pleased, where both people feel like they have presidency, like where both people feel like they're a priority, like just as well as a woman wants to be caressed and her body feels a certain type of way. Men should also feel like that. Usually what happens is that's where side pieces come in. Because I'm gonna tell you something, make no mistake about it, women know this, but
Mm.
most of the time the women that uses it is side pieces. So the man go out and he get a wife, and then here come the side piece along, and she want to grasp his neck and pull him closer because she the side piece. She's trying to pull him in, and by trying to pull him in, she gives him all of that intimacy. Now, be it he leave his wife for her, that shit go out the window, cause
Yeah.
that ain't that no more. I ain't got to pull you to me no more. We as women know that intimacy pulls a man in. Think about it. Every time you ever cheated with a woman to the point where you wanted to leave the woman that you got, it's because that woman is offering some type of intimacy that you're not getting at home. Usually it's the type of sex. It's never nothing else.
Mm.
Too much of nothing else, because the woman at home is usually doing everything else to balance the relationship, as far as the finances you're going to have on everything or whatever it takes, because and then that's a whole nother conversation for the half and half. But whatever
Right.
agreement that you guys have made in the household, that wife has not failed any of that, other than you not getting the intimacy that she gave you in the beginning to get you. So then side piece come along, and you really start to second guessing. It's almost the 80-20. Hell, it's the 80-20 rule.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And women forget that that 20% weighs so much from a man that's not getting it. And he's blinded by the 20% that he forgets about the 80%. And nothing is really wrong with that. And you really can't beat a man up about it, because he's human. And the human part of him wants that intimacy. This world we're in, we're taught that women need this all affection, hug, or send her flowers, this, that, and the third. Men need it. Send that motherfucker some Steelers hat. You know what I'm saying? Let him know that he means something to you.
It ain't gotta be no flowers though. Don't send them no flowers.
I didn't say that. I
Send
said
them
a Steelers hat.
like she said, yeah. Because it's a post going around right now. Ladies talking about sending men flowers and candles.
No,
and shit.
you should get to
Like
know
she said,
that man and
send
know
them a
what he
Steelers hat or
likes.
something.
Because we want you to know what we like. You know what I'm saying? When you send flowers, we want a Michael Kors watch or this, that, and the third. But it's based on what you know that we like. You guys know that we like flowers. Send that man what he like. If he's play pool, send that nigga a pool stick.
Facts though.
Yeah. You asked me about my music being based on. Pretty much that sums up what my music is based on. It's not to incriminate anybody. It's really like a wake-up call for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because we all play our part in life. Nobody's perfect.
That's real though. That's real. So where can the people reach out to you if they looking for you?
I'm on all social platforms. Booking information is on all of my pages. Used to at the top of my page. My booking information is there. Scotty Sermon is my manager, so you guys can reach out to him. Or myself through Messenger, Instagram Messenger. I'm always reachable. If you reaching out, I catch your hand.
That's facts. Thank you for stopping by Off the Block TV, kicking it with Prezi the God. Got my boy Twirt in the building. We off the block, off the ground. Let's get it into next time. Mazerati Redd, holla at us.
All right, and thank you guys so much for having me.
Make me hop on tracks like I bought masks with me and gloves. So this right here, thank you if you ever showed us love. From block, for real.